Hey everyone, so the other day I tried filming a favorites video for the month of September, but it basically just boiled down to becoming kind of like a Taylor Swift like worship video, so I think I'm just gonna upload that instead because it's gonna be a lot more interesting. Yeah, and I changed up the scenery a little bit. I switched to this area in my house because it looks, I don't think visually appealing is a better word. I mean, it looks less visually insulting, I guess. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it not look so sad. Before I start, I have something a little bit more appropriate that I can put on. Here, wait, I'll just get into it. Well, I didn't get a good shot of this, so I figured that this would be a little bit more appropriate to be wearing for the video. I was talking about how I got into 1989, the new album that, it came out like last year, I think, but I just got into it like really bad over the summer. It became like a crazy obsession, and I'll go into the story about how I sort of did. It was so weird. So my 10-year-old sister, for her birthday, she got tickets for this concert thing that she was going to, and it was gonna be like Taylor Swift. Like, wow, like what a huge, like big thing. Like, holy crap, that's awesome for a 10-year-old girl. But during the summer, I don't even remember really what happened. I think she had to go somewhere with like my mom or something. Yeah, she had a cheer competition. So we were left with these damn tickets, and it was just me, my dad, and my older sister. So then we were like, okay, so what are we doing with these tickets now? Because Avery can't go. She's she's away. She's in like Florida or something right now, so we can't even, whatever. And then my dad was like, oh, so maybe I could just try to sell the tickets or something. Like, I don't know, maybe we could figure it out. But then my sister was like, oh no, like we should totally go. It'll be such a fun time. I was vomiting at the idea of that. Me, 18, my sister, 22, and my 40-year-old dad were all gonna go to a Taylor Swift concert, and I was livid at the idea. There's no way in hell that was gonna be going on. Because I was like, no, like it's gonna be so lame, I don't wanna go, whatever. But bottom line, she was like, these tickets cost like $1,000. There's 3 of them. We're not missing out on this, so we're damn going. So I was just like, whatever. I guess we're going to Taylor Swift for the night. So we decided that we were gonna go, and that sounds like it's like something that you wouldn't want to do. Like, it sounds like an awful time. Like, oh god damn it, I have to go to Taylor Swift in concert, which she's like the biggest like person in freaking the world right now. And being all pissed off because you have to go to something like that, like, first world problems is ridiculous. And I ended up talking my dad out of going, so that was like one off. At least it was like a little bit better. There's gonna be 2 of us. There wasn't a 45-year-old man going with us, so it was gonna be a little bit better. We drove from Connecticut to New Jersey. Well, I had to end up driving from Connecticut to New Jersey, and that was a whole thing in and of itself. The road was like, literally if I laid like vertically on the ground, like it was probably like 6 feet like across. It was so like tight little thing, and there's people like literally Need for Speed running me off the road like a crazy person, and I was just like, holy shit, like we're all going to the same place, like we're gonna get there. So I ended up driving all the way, like 3 hours to New Jersey, and I'm like, oh, this is the worst time ever. It's damn Taylor Swift and I have to drive, like, ugh. So then we go in, and then there's this little guy who's the opening act, and his name is like Ryan Cabrera or something, or no, it's something Spanish. He sings the song Stitches that my little sister is all about, and we're just like, oh, this is like Disney Channel AF, like this is horrible, this is gonna be the worst time ever. And then it just goes on and goes on. Next comes out this like weird, it's like this like Jewish trio of sisters, which was kind of gross because they're like a girl band group, and it was like, I don't know, there was like visibly, everybody was uncomfortable sort of in the audience. Like everyone's like, should we know who this is? Like, are we fans? They're probably friends with Taylor Swift, like maybe let's try to like them. But it was just, it was very strange to watch. Then after her came out the guy Vance Joy, who was playing, he sings a song Riptide. So then everyone was like getting into it, and we're like, oh, okay, like that's kind of weird. Like there's an actually like cool act here that's playing for Taylor Swift, and we're just like, okay, well maybe this won't be like such a bad time. And he goes on, and he's fantastic, like hands down, like, oh my god, go see him live, like buy his ticket because he deserves it. That guy's great. And then it went on to a point where it was gonna, Vance Joy got off the stage, he sang Riptide, everyone was freaking out, and then he's like, alright, like get ready for Taylor, and then like an hour and a half goes by. My sister So she decided to get all these like drinks. We got like this gigantic like shooter of like frozen margaritas. It was, I don't know, it was ridiculous, but I was just like, okay, like you enjoy, I've got to drive 3 hours back and I'm gonna take my Taylor straight. And then Taylor gets like unveiled. She comes out, she like rises out of the stage like some kind of goddess. It was nuts. And then Welcome to New York starts playing. And then you get these crazy bracelets that come with it. And then I don't have it right now, but it like lit up to like the music. I don't know how it worked. Like we were trying to like figure it out. Like maybe like, is it like shake? Is it something else? But I don't know. It was like, we got some crazy magic bracelet, and then it would like beat according to the song. So she's like, welcome to New York. And then there would be like diamonds, like it was crazy. So it was like, okay, that's like kind of cool. Like, I don't know about that. And then she just starts going into all these other songs. And then it's just like from her things from like 1989, and we're like, okay, like have you ever heard this one before? Like, no, but it's a pretty okay song. Like I can get down with it. It just like kept going and going, and we're like, oh, like when's you gonna play like stuff that anyone knows? And then like mid-concert, she starts playing Love Story, and I was just like, oh my god, like that was my shit for the night. I was done. Like once we were there, I was clapping along, I was dancing. Oh my god, it was intense. And then I was like in it at that point. I secured it. Next, she played, oh my god, she played the song Wildest Dreams, which we saw her during the summer before it was a single. So that's when like I saw it, and then I was like in that moment, yes, like I was like feeling it. It was Taylor Swift, and I was there with her, red lips and rosy cheeks and all. Ugh, it was so great. That's like the first song that I was just like, yes, 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 this is going on. Well, I'll get into it after, but basically, once that song, like, once we left the concert, I was just like, oh my god, what was that song, like, Red Lips and Rosy Cheeks, what was that even called? Like, it was so good. So then I'm like Googling Taylor Swift, like, I was like a mad person trying to get it, and then I find out that the song is called Wildest Dreams, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be my favorite Taylor Swift song, like, you know, and I'm just gonna be like a Taylor Swift hipster, which, like, I understand how stupid that sounds. That's like being like, oh, Sweet Chili Ranch is my favorite Dorito, and like being a hipster because of that, and it's just like, bitch, there's still Doritos, you still got a Doritos Loco Taco, like you're not, it's fucking stupid. But I was so like obsessed with it, I loved this song, and I was just like, okay, yeah, like this is it. And then it gets announced as a single, and I'm like, alright, F that, like, I was so livid that day, like it ruined one of my weekends. I was so mad, but that's besides the point. Next is Out of the Woods, which I thought was the coolest damn thing. It sounded like the Lion King, like the part where it's like out of the woods, like whatever, and then where it's just like the repetition. It was, oh my god, it was so cool. And then there was these people that were in front of us, they were like partying a little bit too hard, because it was actually crazy turnout for the thing. Like there was nothing but adults, like 20s, 30s, they were like into it. It's crazy. There was this guy who was like a row ahead of us, and he was getting so turned, and by the time that like Out of the Woods, whose second to last song is playing, he just literally like tumbles over the seat in front of him, and then everyone's like, oh shit, like what is going on? Like this is like really sad, I don't know. And his girlfriend, she was like going up and like hugging him, and then it was just like really kind of scary because the guy fell, and then like security had to come up, they got up, and then he's like, they're walking him out of the aisle, and then he falls over again, and the girl's like on him, and she goes down with him. So these two have to get pulled out on a stretcher. Oh, and now that I'm on that, there's this woman that was like blackout, like crazy drunk, like she was having like too much fun at Taylor Swift, so she also had to get like wheeled out, like she was like handcuffed, like escorted out. It was a really rowdy crowd at the 1989 tour. It was crazy. But then Out of the Woods starts playing as this guy's getting rolled out on a stretcher, and I'm like, ugh, what a song to go. Like he still had a great mood, it doesn't even matter, whatever. But then finishes Out of the Woods, and then encore, Shake It Off. And I called from the beginning, I'm like, all right, she didn't sing it yet, it's gonna happen. Shake It Off starts playing, and I was just like, oh, hells yeah, like this is a thing, like this is really happening. And then I was like getting into it, like jamming out, like Shake It Off, like, oh my god, it was crazy. But it was overall like a really great show. Like she kept you like entertained, like even if you're not like a Taylor Swift fan, like basically you're a Taylor Swift fan. She has so many songs that are on the radio, like you know half the set list going in just by existing. It's kind of ridiculous. But after that, I was just like, oh my god, yes. I downloaded the song Out of the Woods first because I was just like, Lion King AF, I'm gonna grab it. And then I learned all the words to that. And then I got the whole album eventually. And then, oh my god, the album. There's literally like one song that I don't really like it from it. It's like You're in Love. But everything else, like, I know everything. It's such a damn good show. Like, I Wish You Were, best song of the album, bar none. It's so good. You can still be Taylor Swift hipster with it. It's amazing. And all you had to do was stay, and then, yeah, it's really good. I was just obsessed with listening to it, and then wait here, look at this. Oh my goodness. Okay, check this out. I don't know if you can see it so great. Yeah, I've got huge Taylor Swift on my wall, and that's like the one thing I have in here. It's really sad. But she just became everything over the summer, and I fell in love. I got this damn sweatshirt, like, knocking shit over. You just get inherently clumsy because she's so cute and clumsy that it rubs off on you a little bit when you're a fan. So, yeah, I did that, and then that's basically my Taylor Swift experience. Now I'm a huge fan. I know the words to like all her songs. Like, it feels like she's like a friend too, you know? It's like when you watch Britney Spears and like the media is like making fun of her or something, you're like, oh, come on, that's kind of sad, because like you grew up with her, and it's like that if you're like a 90s kid. For like thousands kids, it's Taylor Swift. Like, she's like an older sister, she's like the fun one, and we were just like thinking like how freaking crazy it would be if Taylor Swift is your sister. I'm like, she basically is. Oh yeah, update, I didn't accomplish anything else on my list, but I just figured you guys would, or that I would like to make a vlog. I've been very not busy for the past few days, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And then what's the thing? Oh yeah, so until next time, wherever you are, I'm thinking of you, so come on. Bye guys.